And button 3. Holy shit sticks.
Wow. What?
We're live.
Are we live?
I think
We're
so.
live.
Someone check to make sure my audio's not all fucked tonight, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
That we can actually hear people and things.
Yeah.
I don't have the stream up.
How dare you, Joe?
I have it up, and I think it's all right, except I hate the way I sound.
Oh. Well,
That's dumb.
yeah.
I always hate the way I sound.
That's fine. There, I'll unpause the game for you there too, Chuck.
Nice.
That's not a you problem. It's just a me problem.
I don't know how to make Foundry like automatically unpause.
I don't know either.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't.
Ever matter.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's Friday. That means we're playing Anvea, the game I'm making, dragging you all through playtesting. Yeah, last time, lots of things happened. You all met some crazy people. Let's see. You fought in the teleporter ring. You'd followed a mysterious woman that you learned was named Quinlan. You were following her because she reeked of the blight, and Minton said that she smelled bad and she smelled like the bird that killed him. So he connected the two that way. But after going into the teleporters and finding that there was a bunch of people that were attempting to sabotage it, you saw Quinlan was fighting against those people. So you ended up talking to her instead. And then she told you all to meet her up north in Iana's hut to see if she wants to work with you guys. You dragged the Echo Wardens along for that fight, making it a little bit more trivial than I had planned, but it's still good. Also, they were very unhappy with Quinlan's like half-blighted thing. Half-blight is not a thing that you guys have heard of, and it's not
like
a thing
half
that people
elf
really think exists. Yeah, so they gave her some weird looks, and they told you guys that if they don't hear back from you or don't see you in a short amount of time, they might go looking for her.
I'm sure it'll be
Not in
fine.
the friendliest of way. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't know that. Maybe.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
Fine.
great. Yeah, when you spoke with her too, she said that she didn't know anything about that bird that killed Minton and that you guys killed. So you're not sure why it was following her yet. And she's currently up north. Then John and Jake both had little interactions with different people piloting different creatures. John, you met a guy that was talking to you through a spider who was cued in on the fact that you are needing your tattoos upgraded, and he can offer that service. It's a pretty rare service because most people aren't up on the tattoo thing. And it's more rare to find someone that can take existing tattoos and do more to them than it is to give them to you in the first place. So, but you found a guy that can do it. He said he's currently imprisoned below the second wall above the Coliseum. You've got a few days to get to him. And then Jake, you met our good friend Jasper, who forced Brian Crabston to molt and then spoke through his gooey flesh to you for a little bit.
Traumatizing everything in the process.
Yeah. Traumatizing all the animals and probably Jake. Yeah, he told you that Percy was currently trapped in some village of blighted people to the east of you all. And he wanted to speak with Quinlan. And he also wants you all to go visit him out in the Deep Basin and help him with a project he is working on. And then we ended with you all going back to Jake to get him to bring him to Quinlan and talking more with Jasper. And we are picking back up with you guys walking through the streets with Jasper walking along or sitting on someone's shoulder. I'm not sure how you're transporting him, but
glass of water.
With you. Yeah.
Got to keep him moist.
I think he told him to climb back into the trough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at. So you guys are back in tow. Or I guess you're on the wrong position on the map. You guys are more like over here. You need to get to here.
Ruins
And you're pretty
everything.
close. Yeah, because Jake was down here, so you guys had just kind of like gone up. You went through over that bridge in here at the moment. And you are walking towards. I will say one thing you guys notice too as you're walking through. Every so often you're seeing more of these like little coupons that you recognize as that shares sweets.
Not a hotel.
But one thing catches your eye. Not a hotel. Yeah. Sweets as in you eat it, not as in a place that you stay. Yes. Home phones. As you guys are walking, something kind of catches your eye glinting. As you see, there is this weird blue-green kind of jelly thing that's sludging along the side of the road. Seems to be collecting trash and stuff and cleaning it up. You guys would recognize this as kind of like the natural version of a gelatinous cube type monster.
The trash jelly?
It's trash jelly, basically. Goes around collecting stuff. The natural ones, you can still see like their internal organs and things, kind of like you can a jellyfish a little bit. So it's just this kind of blob with weird squiggles and stuff in it. It's currently digesting a bunch of trash and things.
How big is it?
There's this kind of glinting. It's about the size of like a dog.
There's something
like
fun inside of it. Is that what I'm getting out of this?
There's like this golden piece of paper that's glinting a little bit in the light. And it's just kind of like
doing jelly things.
So since we put Brian Crabston back in the trough, that means that we have the wagon.
Yes.
And if we have the wagon, that would mean that we have Brian Crabston's original bucket.
Yes.
Okay. I'm adopting that ooze.
Oh my. Or at least part of it.
All right.
That might be a lawful employee of the city.
Do you have a name for it? I mean, that's really the important question.
Yeah. Not sure how it would go grabbing it.
His name is Ivan.
To be a little bit, they're a little bit acidic.
Ivan ooze.
You can see that they're chewing on like some dead rodents and things that are dissolving in their body. And they've got like trash, bits of wood that are disintegrating, pieces of paper and things. This golden like little piece of paper in it, or it's more like a foil piece of paper with this.
He's got the golden ticket. We can go to Willy Wonka with this shit.
Absolutely. Let's get that from him.
It seems to be the only thing that's not like breaking down in his
body. Make a child of blueberry. Let's do that, guys.
Yeah.
We need this. This is important, actually. We're gonna redesign this whole campaign.
Pull out a couple of the throwing knives that I got off of someone at some point, and just kind of use them to like tweezer out or tongs, just kind of pull out the ticket without putting my hand in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to kill this thing for a golden ticket to Willy Wonka Factory. So
I wouldn't do that.
I won't have you roll for that. It's
I mean, like it's just like
you won't.
It's an escalation thing here. It's an escalation thing here. Okay. You know, like if this is what it takes to get the golden ticket.
We're not saying that's gonna happen. We're saying it will happen if something bad happens.
Eventually.
We're not saying it's gonna happen. We're just saying it will fucking happen.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't want to say I'm gonna do it, but I probably will.
I will watch someone else do it.
So you poke your daggers in, kind of tweezer them around for a little bit. It's very viscous, and the creature doesn't seem to really react too much, though, as you're poking through it.
I mean, it's just really more trash inside of them.
It seems.
Yeah.
So you're able to pinch it, kind of drag it through. You scrape a little bit of the gold off of it with your knives as you're doing that, but it's not enough that you really damage it. You're able to.
How could you do that to our golden ticket?
There's a little bit of like the acidity on it still, kind of gives you like a minor chemical burn as you're touching it.
I mean, I'd eat that just for flavor, but
yeah, it's probably blueberry.
A car.
It's probably just no.
And then you turn translucent.
So spicy.
If you do that,
Delicioso.
No, I'm
Oozes
just
are
being I'm
spicy.
just being silly at the moment. But
Okay. Good.
like
You were gonna take
Well,
corruption.
with this group, tasting stuff is kind of part of the deal.
real
That
life
is.
me would probably eat that.
Yeah.
The ticket or the ooze?
It wouldn't be the
one
weirdest
and
thing
then
you
the
guys have
other.
eaten
Good answer.
in one of my campaigns. Yeah, you get this golden little ticket, and it says like free coupon on top, much like the paper one that you guys had. And it says redeemable at Share Sweets for a free jobbler and a free drum gop.
What even?
That's weak.
I don't know. I'm
I-
curious what a jobbler is.
I'm pretty sure that's that one weird part on a turkey.
I mean, I think I already
no.
got a jobbler. I mean, I
heard
go out
that-
and do it every day.
I thought the jobbler was that thing that you talk to certain people that are dressed on the street. You pay the money for.
I
For
go to
jobs.
LinkedIn to look for jobblers all the time.
That's not what it's used for.
Something like that.
I scoop up the ooze in my bucket.
Okay. It's a little bit bigger than your bucket.
I
So,
try the best I can. Do I know if oozes are like worms or like parakeets, where like if you cut it in half, like 2 new ones sprout?
Can you just get the good half?
That sounds like a lore test.
Okay.
Good luck getting the good half of this ooze.
Was it
One of them's
nematodes do
rebellious
that
and
too?
doesn't follow directions, and
Maybe
the other one does.
tapeworms?
Make sure you have your
I believe
tokens
tapeworms
selected.
can.
Remind
And you
me
can
to
just
not
click
buy any
lore from your
parakeets and
character sheet.
invite Chuck over.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
about
just
to
gonna
have
take-
half
I
a
want
parakeet.
too. I'll just cut that in half.
I want a parakeet too.
You got one success,
got
and
a
that's all you need.
success.
So you would
That's half a
know
parakeet.
that as long as you collect all of the organs, it's fine. Everything else that's not in organs just kind of growing off of it, and it's not really a
Okay.
part of its like doesn't really have sensory anything in it. It just kind of digests it, and then those
Okay.
eventually make it to its organs,
Uh,
which is why it didn't seem to react at all when John was digging around.
I'm gonna
So it
start.
doesn't poop, it just grows.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna start
it is poop.
carving
So really,
off.
you just need a good scoop.
Yeah, I'm gonna start carving off like lobes of it until eventually I get it down small enough to fit in my bucket without
Okay.
damaging the organs.
And then we tell it that you belong to us now.
I'll say you spend long enough to do this. You get some very weird looks from people that are
I
walking
was gonna
by.
say, because you are just doing this out in the open on
Yeah.
the street.
I just stopped on the
Yeah.
fucking street.
He ate my contact.
Yeah.
There's
It's okay,
people
we were just
kind of
looking for our
murmuring in-
golden ticket. everybody.
Problem solved. He ate my contact, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I get that."
I'm an
Yeah.
eccentric wealth person. I need something to clean the tarnish off my gold.
Guys, you're way too complicated. It's easy as this.
Mhm.
Crazy magic stuff happened. This is my mother. She was turned into ooze. I got to get her back because we have a date on Friday.
Mhm.
That's enough of
That's
a
a-
story that they're
like,
not
I
going to
had-
want to dig into it.
Yeah, people
Uh-huh.
will have questions but not want to ask them.
They will not
Yes.
ask them.
True.
No,
It's
People
not
just
worth
like-
it anymore.
people just be like, yeah,
Yep.
And walk away. And they're like,
Goodbye.
that man's gonna burn his penis off.
He hasn't already.
It's a particular
date
smell,
oozes people.
but you are
It
eventually
looks
able
like
to
the
carve it
ultimate
down
Slim
to
Jim
size.
now.
And you manage to work it into your bucket, and it sizzles a little bit, like it might be
Yeah.
slowly kind of burning through it, but it seems to be intact.
We're gonna have to
It
get a
doesn't really
bigger
react
bucket.
a whole lot. Like
We're gonna
you're
have to
able to
get-
kind of scoop it up pretty well.
A glass
metal
fish
bucket.
tank.
And you
Ooh,
see
a
like
glass
these
bucket.
chunks that you've carved off of it, They sit there for a little bit, and then they slowly kind of liquefy and just turn into this weird bluish liquid residue
Okay.
as they're detached.
Not touching it.
That's fair.
You now have a blue jelly ooze.
All right, let me add it onto my miscellaneous.
Yep.
One Ivan ooze.
Cheers Sweets, by the way, is this little candy symbol here on the map. Expertly drawn in MS Paint. But as you guys continue on your way, as you start getting kind of, each one of these tiles is basically a minute worth of travel, I think is how I had it. Or they're each 2 minutes of travel at a normal pace. So with their hut and things being like kind of right here, you guys are just about 4 minutes where it's at. You
Okay.
move on. You hear some more sloshing after a little bit. You see the claws of freshly molted Ryan Crabston on the outside of the trough. His two eyes poking out. Oh, are we getting close to Missy Valley?
Closer every minute. We had to stop because Ivan needed to be put into a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Normal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You said the Valley was a bit feisty last time you were talking to her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there was some ass beatings that took place. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully she will have calmed down in the amount of time it's been. How do I look, by the way? Is it presentable? Yes?
No,
He kind of
in no
pops
way
out.
presentable.
Oh, last time she saw me, I was a bit more of the human variety. I suppose I've lived more of my life as a shrimp now, though. Do not know. Do you think one's more defined by who they are or who they think they are?
You know,
That's strangely
a great
philosophical.
question.
let me ask you this. Did you enjoy your time more as a human or have you enjoyed it more as a shrimp? Or are you really digging the crab?
I like the shrimp much more than this crab. It's much more freeing. Crab is a bit restrictive. I like the things that I can do as a shrimp, but is a little less stimulating than being a person. So
How so?
it's got ups and downs. Well, it's kind of just me out in the basin for a long time. That's why I made Percy, and then he left. So every so often I run into East Lock peoples, but they are not very conversational. So it's mainly just a lot of me and beasts and things. And the music.
Okay.
Depressing.
So
Thank
you're
you.
saying you need friends.
Oh, yes. That is part of why I want you out here in the basin.
Well, when you find some of those, you let us know.
I will try.
Well, help them find some.
Oh, Rudigar's not on the
was
same
not my
thought
choice to
process
be
there.
It's not my choice to be a shrimp, but as a poetic punishment, I guess. So. Do you know what Quinlan was wanting to be doing when you meet her?
Read our futures.
Yeah. Futures.
Well, just keep in mind she might be a little biased as to the events that are involving me.
There's a
There are two sides to every story, and just keep that in mind when you're thinking of me being mentioned. He kind of clicks around a little bit. Like, I might wait in here until you talk to her first and see how she is doing. then perhaps attempt conversation after.
Okay.
Seems wise.
So, like, when she
Yes.
wants to kill you, what's the plan?
Well, I will do my best not to get skewered.
We'd appreciate that. I mean, you
Are
are
we
first and
supposed to,
foremost
like-
Brian, so
Help with that, or is that like a you thing?
I shall be able to manage.
Okay. I don't want to get skewered instead, so I'm kidnapped.
Yeah, she's more feisty to me, I think. If she did not attack you, she's probably okay for you for now.
I mean, we're good people,
Yeah.
right?
That doesn't stop people from being
Right.
non-good
I'm
people.
a great person.
that's true.
My humanitarian
all
efforts.
Wonderful people.
Yeah, you
Have you
love
seen
animals.
Yeah.
Have you seen our pets?
You
Good
do have a
people.
lot of pets. They are not
Good people.
fond of me, but you do have a lot
There's
of
time.
pets.
They'll adjust.
That's how you know we're good people.
Speaking
I
of
think.
which,
You
we are
collect
going to
more
have to
Children
clean out
that we have a
corner
problem
pretty
with,
badly.
ultimately. It's just children.
Yeah.
We don't like them.
If you
don't-
collect
I don't-
more crustaceans, I will have more options and ways to communicate with you.
Deal.
I will.
So what I'm
I
so
will
we need
suddenly
an
shake my head at Rudiger like.
so we need a fancy aquarium. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyway, you can manage.
the seafood
Or
restaurant. Pick your
a
own Jasper.
terrarium.
I like
For-
all of these words you are saying.
I'm gonna go buy some lemons, some spices.
Some butter.
Some Old Bay.
Yeah.
A big stock pot.
Well, and this time it was just Bay, but
Oh god.
young Bay.
I'm dying.
As you guys near, you get outside the tent. Jasper's still kind of talking with you as you're walking up. And Iana steps out, looks at all of you. And Jasper, I had it written somewhere.
You messed it up, man.
We're in
I did so
forever.
much writing today. Oh, yeah. So Iana walks out. She sees all of you. Is about to like call you in, but then she sees that there's the crab that looks kind of strange that's sitting on the edge of your cart talking to all of you. It's like, what's that? And Jasper says, Quinlan, my goodness, age has not been kind to you, but I'm glad I found you before you are passing over. And she says, I'm not Quinlan. She's inside. It's like, I'm very mistaken. Sorry. I'm sure you are looking well for however old it is that you are.
We're sorry. We tend to have a tendency to gather and collect talking asshole animals. So
He is our second.
yeah, Minton up here. He's the
I was gonna say
he's the show.
He's number one.
And
Absolutely.
Minton is not there.
Minton!
Oh, right. He ran off because Jasper.
You have not
We'll have
seen
to-
him since Jasper molted.
What?
Yeah, he's an outdoor cat. Minton will find their way back.
So long as he doesn't run into any sharp.
I mean, now we
rat-eating
have to just
birds.
run around through town yelling
Yeah.
his name obnoxiously until he hates us.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how
Like
you
that.
get cats to come back.
Mm-hmm. I can vouch for that entirely.
Mhm.
I have 3 of them. I know. You just yell their names obnoxiously and they show up.
Hmm.
That's always how. It
If they
works.
want food, they show up.
Yes. I mean, that's important. You have to have the food.
You do have to
Yeah.
have the food. Otherwise, they don't care.
Right.
Or just
100%.
Otherwise, they
Warm
know
and
you're
it's
calling
slightly
your
cold.
name, but they won't react unless there's food. But yeah, with that, Jasper kind of looks at Iana and says, I'm going to wait out here. And when you are done talking with Miss Quinlan, please send her outside and we will catch up.
Like the food?
No, like the conversational.
That's a
plops
great
into the crowd.
question there, Car. in
I
this
mean, the
world,
way he said it, that's just like,
no. In this world slash time period slash existence, is ketchup? Is it tomato based or is it still mushroom based like it was back in the day?
oh
I
my.
have no idea.
It's a serious
It's not
question.
a part of my world I have hashed out yet.
Okay.
This
Think
is
about
perhaps the most important question.
It's
I work
probably
on
whatever it would have
ketchup-related
been
lore.
in medieval times
Mushroom city.
ish.
But what's the
That's
lore of
mushrooms.
ketchup?
Yeah.
Like our
What
world or
hero
Joe's
journey
world?
did it go through? Yes.
Yes.
Well, it lost the world to the Italians. That's why it switched over to tomato base.
So when the Italians come, we got to be right there to be like, welcome. Where's your ketchup?
You haven't lost
know,
the
that's
war
fair.
yet in this timeline.
We'll trade
Okay,
your mayo
man.
for ketchup. It'll be fine.
Yep.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Ayana sitting outside the hut and she's kind of looking at all of you and she's side eyeing the trough a little bit. Well,
There's a crab in there.
Yeah, he's interesting.
Said you had a crab.
That was Jasper, was it?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll,
We didn't ask for him to come along.
He showed up kind of on his own. Should we eat
I
him?
won't mention that to Quinlan, but if you want to, you be my guest.
I mean, it might be fair. We did help his son.
Should we eat him?
If he
Beckons
dies
you
of
all
natural
to come
causes.
I didn't get answered.
Yeah, he did. If he dies of natural causes.
Yeah.
Being stabbed can be a natural cause.
He's going to say murder is totally natural.
It
but
is.
It happens to people all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
in nature,
So-
even.
He died of natural murder.
As
Tragic.
one does.
Yep.
He died of natural
Died of-
causes. What was it? Murder.
Hell yeah,
Illegal.
Pretty natural
Murder.
cause of death.
Yeah, some guy
But
just
that-
walked up to me. He's just like, murder.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, I guess we'll go in.
Just
You're
did
all
a murder
ushered
on him.
Inside, I think all of you have been inside except for Jake. At
Except
this
for me,
point.
yeah.
And
Except for Jake.
you see the similar thing. It's much larger on the inside, very dark, just little bits of candles here and there all over the place, lots of weird tapestries that have all sorts of religious and kind of arcane sigils about them. You smell strong incense burning. You see at the kind of far, almost the back of where this tent is, Quinlan is sitting with her legs crossed and her eyes closed. She has her glaive across her legs, just kind of waiting. You see there's kind of seats, like one of those like circular padded deals that people sit in. I don't know what it's called. But
Chair.
A beanbag chair.
Ooh, a
are you
beanbag
meeting there,
chair.
John?
Should we do this before or after the thing?
What thing?
Well,
I think we're gonna like eat some shrooms and see some things.
Right.
that
I'm
it?
just trying to. Well, I'm guessing, but I'm also just
It's
wondering.
a Bob.
are-
Oh my god.
we
Get off
need
my
to have a
desk,
talk
Bob.
with her, and should we do that before?
Get
or
off.
after?
You're too big.
After, because if we do it before, we could be fed too many
Bob.
mushrooms.
Bob.
Magic cat.
He's too big to be on my desk. And by that I mean he's just gonna knock shit over.
Iana's there behind all of you.
Cat
and she says,
things.
well, Quinlan is ready for you whenever you're wanting to start the vision.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
sure. Let's do this.
I've
Yeah,
never
she's
had a
through.
vision before.
Have them all the
And
time.
She kind of points you to all sit down in these like padded things. You see there's like a big tray in the middle with all these incense that have not been lit yet. As you're all sitting down, Quinlan stirs a little bit. As you peek one eye out, it's like, good, you're all here. Apologize for being curt earlier, but I didn't want to spend any longer in the streets. They don't believe in half-blight around here, especially the Echo Wardens. So
They were kind of
Didn't
angry
want
about
them
that.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not many people understand the blight. They don't care to. It's not really in their best interest if it's safer to just kill everyone that has any amount of it.
Are you talking about those other guys?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually had a friend come to visit me recently that was strung up on the outside of town. He informed me of a particular boy in a crate, like a jack-in-the-box sort of thing that's back at our village.
A lot of things I hate in this
those-
world.
Jack in the Boxes.
Yeah.
Their
Those
tacos are
Jack
not
in the
very
Boxes,
good.
Villages,
Well, what about White Castles?
I've had their food like twice. I don't understand.
I agree.
Jack's, yeah.
Never had White Castle.
Really, if you can get to the in and outs, that's where it's at.
Yeah. That's the Charizard of burger places.
It's the foil
Fully
one.
evolved.
Oh no. She says, she closes her eyes again, says, the last people that I trusted to aid me, I feel were not fully informed as to what I was doing. And I carry the weight of all of their deaths because of that. And I don't intend to make that mistake again. So I wish to show you exactly what it is we would be up against.
Okay.
And with that, Kiana lights the incense in the middle.
giant squid, I'm going to be very upset.
Okay.
Give
The
me a
smoke
grandmother
starts to
baking
fill.
cookies.
You guys kind of get heavy. Your eyes, your bodies feel heavy. You kind of feel like you're sinking into this padded area, and all the lights start going out around the room. It's just pure blackness. And all you can see are just a lot of you in a circle with Quinlan. You hear her voice, but she's not speaking through her mouth. She says, I was once the commander of a great army. The outer wall of Gebrin Dalathor, a bastion city of Dalior, the only civilized paradise in hell. And with that, red sands spill out from underneath you. You guys find yourself floating way high above.
I think we've got some characters who are there.
You did. You find yourselves.
Like that was the end of one of our campaigns.
It was the end of one of your one shots. And those times.
Yeah, I remember. We did good things, I think.
Yep. And you ran a campaign in Gebrin Dalathor.
We did good things, I think.
But you never figured out any of the lore at that time.
Yeah.
No. I think.
But it's all good.
We're consistently bad guys somehow.
Not me.
It's great.
I was the hero of that story.
But you all are floating above this giant landscape. There's no sky above you. It's just kind of this black void of ashy clouds. And there's little bits of ash that just drift down. Really expansive red crimson deserts. There's black mountains that kind of poke through the sand every so often. You see just countless little scatterings of little fiendish societies that have propped up. You see bones of giant creatures that have died. You see all sorts of these old like temples and things that are just getting eroded by the sand. And way off in the distance, you see a pillar of stone that's raised way above the surface of the sand. On top of it, it's a crystal dome. And inside of that, it's a little lush green continent surrounded by an artificial sea. And coming from that direction are a fleet of airships. And as they approach, you guys are sucked inside of one of them for perspective. You find yourselves standing, you're holding on to these like rings that are coming down from the top of the airship to stabilize yourselves. As you look around, you see soldiers. But as you look at yourself, you look as yourself. You can kind of see each other's faces like on these soldiers in this ship. In front of you, you see Quinlan. She's much younger looking, not blighted. She doesn't have any of like the scarge and things. She's wearing pristine armor. She's got that same glaive though. She calls out, "We're getting close to where we found the new arrivals. Get ready." As they continue to fly.
Is this when they found us?
This is after they found us.
Dang it.
This is right after. You hear Quinlan's voice in your head. "I volunteered on this mission on my own time. It was deemed non-essential to Gebra Dalthor's safety, so they only allowed my personal resources for this. I should have known that my men would have also followed me, and it was wrong of me to blindly accept that loyalty." And you look around, you see each one of these ships has tons of people inside of them that are all awaiting orders. You see them start loading these glass canisters. They're kind of like these spherical deals. They've got these spiraling, magnetically charged iron and black powder particles that are floating around inside of them and being loaded into all these chutes on the side of the airship. He says, "Bombs ready!" With that, the doors open on the side of the airship and wind rushes through. And you look over the side and you see a sight that would be familiar to your one-shot characters. Let me see if this can be shared. It's in here somewhere. How did I not upload that one?
Zoomify. Enhance.
I'm gonna post this picture in Discord because I don't have it uploaded. I don't know why it's not uploaded. Let me throw this in the episode discussion so you guys can see. You guys are flying out. You're in these airships. You look over the side, and there's this massive expanse of desert. But coming out of it, there's this massive circular city, temple. It seems to be constructed or maybe covered in flesh.
It's
normal. Hard to gauge how big it is, but you guess it's the size of a large kingdom, maybe even like a small country. It's very far off, kind of hard to gauge. In the center of it is this massive black obelisk. You see milling about the entire surface are just droves and droves and droves of these cultist-looking people. As you guys continue to fly over this, right when the airships make it over the surface of this, she says, "Drop!" And all of these chutes start dropping these orbs out. You see them spiral down, explode. They start hitting this like reddish barrier that's blocking them from exploding. But as soon as the first one hits, it starts crackling and dissolving. The next one to start landing and punching all these holes in the flesh. You hear cheers of all the people in the airships charging out, and they're continuing to reload. And you hear Quinlan's voice again in your head. "We didn't know what we were messing with." You hear a low, booming roar. The stands start to shift around. And you see them start to kind of spiral a little bit at one part and sink in. This massive spike erupts out of the sands and skewers one of the airships and just shreds it apart. You see all the people inside of it just fall to their deaths.
Sucks to be
Another
dead.
similar spike hits the airship right next to yours.
Oops.
You hear a mechanical latch get thrown. You hear Quinlan in the vision yell, "Gliders!" As above you, a rack of these wing-shaped kind of glider things drop down. She's pointing for all of you to strap into them. They're all about the size of like a normal person. They seem to be flexible, like you can wear them.
Sure.
I'm not sure how this device works, but I'm willing to find out.
It's fine. We're not really here. This is all ghosts. The people we're haunting know how to work it.
We'll
they
do
better.
the
Oh yeah.
yeah, we'll do the thing.
Oh yeah, we're
That
still
they-
tripping. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still
This
on the
isn't
good
real.
stuff.
It's a dream. Like technically we can kill anyone we want here and it doesn't matter.
Probably. I
It'll
mean,
go over
that's
great if you do that too.
Push a random
Yeah.
dude out the opening.
I'd
oh
let
no.
you do that if you want.
No, I'm not going to.
As we ruin history.
Listen, if there was a chance of us actually ruining history, then that's their fault for bringing us back here.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I'm
how that
down for
works.
that.
That's how that works.
I mean, they could have not.
They could have she could have
You see-
just told us this story with words.
You
They could
could.
have also told us, like, this is real history you're fucking with. So, like, don't. But she didn't. So it's fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she thought that was
Yeah.
a real threat, she would have had us stand with 1 foot on a teleport.
Oh yeah.
Who does that,
That's how
though?
you do it. No one.
No one
That'd be
does that.
dumb.
That'd be like someone just smashing, pretty rocks.
That one.
See,
Probably.
Quinlan's got one of these on. She loops her hands through the ends of this glider. It's kind of like these metallic wings almost on the back that hook to your arms and your back, and then again on your lower waist. She dips out the side, and you hear this pop above you as another one of these skewers goes into the airship that you guys are in currently. It scrapes open a little bit in front of you. The airship starts to veer off to the side.
That's normal. Probably.
Yeah.
I'll have
I think
everyone
it's a
make
good
me
thing.
either an athletics test to physically like steer this glider thing as you jump out, a navigate test to like steer,
It's like you're expecting to be
thing.
good at either of these.
or a dexterity test to fumble with like the controls of this glider.
How do we do? Where's dexterity here?
It's on agility.
It is a skill under agility.
Would this be urban or common?
It would be
I'm good at
Occult.
none of these.
or technology.
Oh, I think I have a cult. Do I have a cult? I do. Oh boy. I got a chance.
I'll take my 1 success.
I'll push.
Yep. One's all you need.
Nope.
Oh boy.
What is it?
Hey,
You know, I'm gonna
Oh my
activate my
God.
trap
What
card,
the fuck?
and I'm just going to ignore that 2 damage.
What was the first
got-
one you guys rolled?
Okay.
Agility.
I got 3
You can do-
successes.
It's athletics, navigate, or dexterity. Out of those 3, it's like however you're going about. Are you physically, or are you like planning out your route, or are you dexterously operating this thing?
I'm surprised I got 3 successes. Like, I should be a freaking pro with this on accident, I guess.
You're a natural.
It's- Mm-mm.
That's what you need to add to your spell repertoire. Flight.
Say, one success is all you need.
No. I
Man,
wasted
three
all my
successes.
I wasted all my successes.
With that, with those
For the
3
night.
successes, though, Dan, you are right next to Quinlan. Where the rest of you are kind of fumbling around, but you're stabilizing yourselves.
I look like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're in the spot that you're supposed to be for the formation. There's like 1 or 2 other people that are like in the V with Quinlan. The rest of you are all kind of drifting behind. But
What about
clearly
me? I
following
failed.
her. Oh, and then you tumble down. You're much lower, but you're able to catch it eventually. But you're being whipped around by wind, and so that's what that like
Okay.
is.
I
But
look
you
like
don't
a
take the
real
damage because you
pro.
did your ignore.
I did my
Yeah,
ignore,
you're like you're lower and you're farther back than everybody else.
okay.
You all swoop in. Quinlan is aiming for what looks to be the center obelisk thing. And Dan, you see too that she has one of those orbs tucked like in a bag on her. It's like almost too big for this little messenger bag that's on it.
Has she got the football?
Pretty much. She dives.
That's code for nukes.
It is.
Pulls you all on, and you land towards the center of these obelisks. As you all see, journal entries. See that there are a mass of people that are all laying down. Some of them are like bowing and praying towards this obelisk in the center. There's flesh everywhere that's kind of oozing and things. You see there are some people that are performing these rituals around little pockets that have these weird like force kind of crystal things around them, and they're sinking down into the flesh. Some of them have like books and just random artifacts and things. Some of them have what looks like weapons and chests and stuff, and they're just being sucked down underneath the surface of the flesh, which then
Our
covers
loot.
over them.
No.
You see a lot of them too around this big ring in the center on this obelisk are doing some sort of ritual rites. You see red sigils underneath their feet, which looks a lot like teleportation magic for anyone that knows.
I feel like
that sort
I
of
need
thing.
to find one of these things that looks interesting to me and teleport to it and steal it.
Once again,
That's not a idea.
time travel. You could
I have
knowledge
warp.
steal it.
Oh, I have warp.
Yeah, but we're not actually here.
Are we?
You do have all your abilities as if like, you are yourselves and what you can do.
I have doubts about whether we are or are not right now.
I'm leaning on more of a should.
You should go steal
Now,
it.
let's see.
I
You
feel
guys
like
see these
stealing
things
is
that
good.
popped up.
What?
Oh, that's terrifying, and I don't like it.
How dare you?
Bad
See
dog.
two images, one called dog beast, one called cultists.
I know. I don't like either of them.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I actually like the image, but I don't like them.
This is
This
dog.
No, you did a
images
great
are
job with
too-
those in MS Paint.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm getting better.
It's a speed paint, MS paint,
Yeah, I only spent like 2
Joe's
minutes
just
on it,
like-
you know.
and they're cultists.
Yeah, it wasn't my good mouse either. So.
It was just random clicking.
Yeah.
That's how I
But,
make my cultists.
All these cultists seem to be mostly about human size, but they've got weird parts of them that are, some of them look like humanoid-ish, but other parts are just these weird fleshy tentacles that are like trying to hold form.
Just
not
earthworm gens.
A lot of those, yeah. And they're just like fleshy tentacles. They're not like octopus suction cup type tentacles.
They're
like,
medicals.
yeah.
No.
You see every so often there are things that are kind of standing a little bit taller above the crowd. They seem to be more made out of like bones and things. They do have tentacles around their base that they're slithering around on. It's kind of like those things in the back you see that image.
I just want to steal something.
Steal one of them dogs.
No, I don't think I can steal a
You
dog.
steal one of
I-
the dogs and you put it in the petting zoo.
That's right.
Oh God.
I'm after like
It'll
artifacts
survive.
that are sinking into the ground. You know, like
Yeah.
Jasper Crabston's already giving the others a hard time.
Yeah.
There's the only one that is close, like you see all of these sinking in. The only one that's close enough for you to warp to is the one that looks like it's a bunch of books and things.
oh,
Go get some books.
I mean that's fine, but I wanted something else. But we'll go steal some books.
Knowledge.
You all
No,
I
land.
can't read the books I already have. I mean, like I'm already disappointed.
you just need to practice
They look
more.
very similar,
Look familiar.
almost identical to the books that you already have.
But I'm
Hey,
stealing the same
wait a
books I already
minute.
got.
Then you have spares.
Quick, cross-eyed read them.
Woo!
What if Inquisitors come for us? Yes, here are our books.
I have these ones. Wink, wink. Nod, nod. I mean, I'll take what I can get.
You land, you're surrounded by these cultists. Quinlan rolls out of her glider and throws it off to the side. Has her glaive at the ready. We start initiative.
Oh, I'm definitely doing the blink warp thing.
Go get
Okay.
you some books.
But just to get the books.
I will say, like,
I'm getting out of the way early, Joe. You don't have to worry about it messing anything up.
Sticking with my tradition of failing at initiative.
Oh yeah,
I wish I could take warp
These-
again.
Like
these
me in
things
real
that are
life.
sinking in, though, like have
Feel like
other
having
groups. So,
initiative.
like, you guys are in a group of people, and there's like other groups that are only focusing on these things that are sinking in.
Like, I wish I could take warp multiple times. Like, I would spend all my EXP on taking warp, nothing
Nakar,
else.
don't let your dreams be
Yeah.
dreams.
Like, I would take warp over and over and over again.
You just build yourself a mood board or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Manifestation.
Mhm.
I have spent 27. Is that right? 27 XP on abilities.
The navigate
No,
cantrip
more
lets
than
you
that.
teleport.
Oh, there you go.
Does it?
Yep,
Yeah.
All right, this changes everything.
it's more difficult than the warp. Warp is much more reliable, but
Warp
still
doesn't
do it with
require
the-
a roll.
Yeah,
Well, you've got a crap
But
load of
it
experience.
would probably
points.
be. I would rule that
I
it's
don't.
easier if you have warp to do teleport with navigate,
Where's
because it
Navigate
is
at?
easier to use teleportation circles if you have warp.
It is.
It's
I don't
under
see-
intelligence.
Oh no, I have none of that.
Not yet.
You've got
But if you're doing it
XP.
as a cantrip, then it would be. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you'd be
everything's
doing
gonna
it
have
as
to
your-
change.
If you do it as a cantrip, it's your casting attribute.
Mm.
All right.
Isn't your
That's-
casting
that's-
attribute strength, Dan?
What's that?
Isn't your casting attribute strength?
It is.
You're
so
a
you just
muscle
there you go.
punch
dancer.
holes in reality and walk through.
That's it exactly.
I just like. I just
All right.
imagine that I'm ripping open a door to where I want to be. I assume.
You're
Your
so
Ace
strong,
Ventura
you
slipping through the
literally
rhino's
fold
butt
space.
I did not
Yeah.
actually roll my initiative.
Oh, that's fine. You can.
Yeah, I
There
failed.
we go.
Okay.
Hey,
I
oh,
damned it up.
Uh,
I was gonna take the standard,
I-
but that's not fun.
I would be so excited. I'm excited to see you blow some
There you go.
teleportation rolls. That's
Oh God. Especially with Braun as
Do
the
that.
casting attribute.
Yeah.
so it's pretty much how this breaks out. You guys are surrounded. There are 6 cultists around you, and this one dog thing. I say dog, but it's more like the size of a rhino. And
A doggo.
yeah,
Yeah.
doggo.
Yeah. That's obviously
That's
where
right.
they came from.
you as you're closer to this obelisk thing too, you see that it's not really stone. It's like flesh that's dyed and hardened. And every so often, as these red sigils kind of light up, you see there's a silhouette of a person inside of it that's just kind of in this like stasis state. They're floating. You can just barely see that as light passes through the bottom of this obelisk. Nobody succeeded on initiative, but some people got it on standard. So what you see is these cultists turn in for this their swift actions. You see every single one of the cultists starts the prepare action where they get a bonus to their turn if they're not interrupted. And all you have to do is target them to interrupt them, but every one of them is doing that. And they're all within the only thing that is a zone away is this dog, which is a little bit farther back. All of 6 of these cultists are within a zone of you guys.
And I can go 5 zones.
You can go 5 zones, and 5 zones away is another group of 3 cultists that are doing some ritual to sync.
I mean, all I care about is stealing things. So
Yeah, you can do that. That it's your guys' turn. There's these 6 cultists
Okay.
charging up some spells. See the dog thing starting to like run in. It hasn't made it in there yet. It was farther off, so like its swift action was moving in.
Well, I'm gonna
This
shoot
is
it.
just Chuck and yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull my bow. I'm gonna shoot one of the cultists that are in range with me in the same zone.
Okay.
Actually, no, because point blank doesn't give me a bonus. It just keeps me from taking a penalty.
It gives you advantage.
Oh, with advantage instead
You
of as
should-
risky. Yes, it does give me a bonus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I'm
gives
gonna.
you so add a mod of 1 on
Yeah.
that macro.
I'm gonna take a shot at
Okay.
one of these things. Can I roll ranged off the sheet? I can.
Can.
Common or urban?
It is occult.
Joe, how dare you?
Or there's actually occult and arcane
Oh my gosh.
and desolate.
All right. And I have to use a swift action to get my bow, so fuck. Okay.
You don't need a swift
Got to-
action to draw your bow if it's in your primary.
Okay. Do I need a swift action to...
Oh, boo.
Yeah, fuck it. Who needs swift actions? Have another D6. Doesn't fucking... fives are successes, right?
Yes.
If it's an excess,
If it's because you had an extra one from priority. So I'm going to say, yeah, you had 2 successes then.
Okay. I will take my 2 successes.
Yep.
And how many cultists are there?
There are 6 cultists and this big tentacle dog thing. 2 of the cultists are like these taller ones. And then the other 4 are more like your guys' size, and they just have tentacles spilling out where their legs should be.
I'm just gonna try to run up and punch the closest one if possible.
Okay. It would be one of the normal sized ones.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right. I put 10
Right.
on one of them.
Okay. And were you going for one of the taller ones or one of the normal sized ones?
Whatever's closer to us. If tall and
they're all
normal,
pretty much
then one of the
equal distance
normal
for
sized
ranged,
ones.
but okay.
Yeah.
We'll say you shoot the one next to where Alex is at.
Okay.
And are these boys desolate? Desolate, I should say.
Yes, desolate and occult, and the environment you're in is arcane as well. So either of those, any of those 3 contexts apply here.
Be the
Yeah.
melee one of them.
All right. Chuck, you got 10 damage on one. Cool.
Yeah.
And Alex, you got your 1 success. So that does hit. And then you've got your other swift actions, so you can do that like jab and kick thing to throw some more damage on top.
Nice.
So if you want to roll your D6 there, plus another D6, plus a D4.
You said 2d6 and a.
Yeah, 2D6 plus a D4. If you're, I'm assuming you're spending your swift actions to do the jab and kick thing.
Oh yeah.
Your martial prowess.
Boop.
10 damage as well. That interrupts these 2 as they were both trying to do some sort of spell thing. You see it fade away from their hands. And they're looking pretty hurt. It's not enough to break their health, but it gets them pretty close to it. They seem to have a little bit of armor too that's resisting. Not like physical armor, but you felt like resistance as you were punching them. And it goes to their turn. So 4 of these get to go with advantage because they were not interrupted. And the doggo will make it in. Oh boy, spaghetti. We're going to have this one Let's see, there's 5 of you. And I'm going to go in overlay order. See who gets to be the lucky one targeted by the dog.
Don't want it.
Bring it on. Give me that dog.
I'm doing how Zoom is for me, and if it lands on me, it's Quinlan. 6. Alex, you're getting charged by this dog. That is not the right amount of dice. What in the world?
No. I'm pretty sure that's spot on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not.
There's no right.
You say there should be less? Is that...
Yeah, it's
go
a
ahead
2
and,
die
take
pool.
those first 2 out of there, yeah.
Yeah.
That is still not right. What in the world?
Joe, what are you doing?
I have a wrong token selected.
You made this.
I did make this.
I think
This
that's
doesn't
6 out of
make
there.
me better at it. What? Here we go. Why is it not? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm increasing the hex range. I'm not increasing the modifier. There we go.
Jeez.
Aha. They're not going to. 1 success on that. So you take 5 damage. I don't know why it's saying. Let's change that token name. Why does it say that?
He's the cloaked figure.
Oh, it's because the token didn't update. Okay. There we go. That's right.
Oh, hey.
That is my name.
Goodman Games
5
official.
damage.
Thanks for that
Oh.
raid.
Dang.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Thank you.
Thank you.
5 damage there, Alex, as this hits you. You see the 2 larger cultists, they have a spell pop off, but it's not doing damage. You see like the sigils grow around you along the ground. And the other 4 that are all like your guys' size are going to start targeting each of you.
How much health do all you guys have?
2.
Not much.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty beat up.
Okay, I was at 5 and then you put me down to 1.
It's
All right,
fine.
one
Once
going
again,
after-
none of this is real.
That is true.
Oh yeah,
100%. It's
doesn't
all
matter
fake.
at all.
Yeah.
There's no consequences for fucking this up at all.
No. This is, the dream vision thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we're
Dream
definitely
Quest?
not being channeled into the past in a meaningful sense.
yeah. We are just, I don't know what we're
Re-envisioning.
Yeah,
Re-envisioning.
Of
We won't be
history.
trapped in hell forever if we mess this up.
we're just temporal voyeurs.
It's not like we're going to be the ones responsible for the blight at this point, right?
And we're
Yeah.
definitely not going to run into our old characters who also made great decisions.
I'm just telling you, if I come across Morthos, I'm teaming up with him.
What if Morthos wants to kill off Brian Grabson?
Oh, no.
Right.
Well, then
So-
it was fun while it
Morthos would
lasted.
never do that.
Morthos. No, he would kill Brian Crabston first and then bring him back.
Oh,
would
there
be-
you go.
Conrad letter C.
There you go.
Chuck,
Yeah.
you take 6 mental damage as this cultist pings you
Joe,
with a spell that rips through your
Ooh.
brain.
stop it. Get some
The
help.
real problem is if you run into my cleric.
All right, so that's a
John
0.
and Jake, theirs missed.
Yay.
And Dan, they got 2 successes.
What if I said no?
Right.
Did that work?
So immediate doesn't reset it, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
I took
And
7
it
damage.
Should be a thing that.
I am now afraid.
And you took 7 damage of mental as the spell rips through your head.
What if I told you that that's not a big deal?
Are we lying?
That's good.
Yes, I am.
Okay, because that
oh wow,
broke
you
me.
do have 8.
I have 8.
Oh wow. Okay.
How?
It's a medium.
I'm real smart.
Real smart.
Somehow.
Yep.
I'm not. My intelligence is
The
3.
other 2
Yeah.
missed.
Intellect
All right.
is 3.
And
Joe.
then now the people who are last in initiative. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm now
This
afraid
guy.
of something in my immediate vicinity,
Yeah.
and I have fear.
Oh, I'm going to say it's definitely this dog thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And let me.
Pentadog.
That pretty much just affects your hex range when you're in the facility. So now on your rolls, you have to put a hex range of 2.
Okay. Cool.
With
Until that
this,
dog dies.
with this, I'm going to, with my turn, I'm going to try to cast Compel as a cantrip and compel the dog to attack one of his own cultist friends.
Nice.
Sure. Yeah,
right.
roll it.
Reverse doggo him.
Nice.
Successes. That's pretty good.
Would that do it?
That would get him to peel off of Alex, but not do a full attack.
I will push it for fun. There we go.
There you go. That is enough for them to peel off and do an attack on another cultist.
Excellent.
I'll mark that. Great. Okay. So that's Jake. Then we've got John and Dan. What are you guys
I got
doing?
something.
Go ahead, because I'm just going to steal.
It's okay, fair. The tall cultists, are they have robes on, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Using my as we've newly called it, Joe, and I love this name, using my arachnomancy, I am going to basically turn his cloak into a swarm of spiders that will attack him.
I like it.
Like a nightmare, really, but
yeah, that would be probably
my hoodie turned into spiders. Probably light myself on fire.
Appropriate.
Probably imbue.
And my house. Everything on fire.
Imbue. Okay.
Yeah. And you don't have to have the checkboxes selected initially. It's as you use them.
Okay.
Checkboxes lock them, like they're all unlocked at the start of the day. And as soon as you do one, it's locked.
Gotcha.
Until you do it. So it's like the number of ranks you have is the number of different voices you can use in a day.
Okay.
But it's
just to like let you know that I'm just gonna, since on the drop down for the macro, I'm just gonna change my ranks to 3 for that. And I'll just use feral as my thing. And you said they're arcane and occult?
I don't have that in the they are arcane, occult, and desolate.
And desolate, okay.
I do not have that in the macro yet. So I've not figured out how to get it to read that.
That's fair.
2 is enough. So their cloak disappears. You see under it, they are like this bony creature that has tentacles that are like piloting the bones and wrapped around them. And they have like inside their chest cavity, there's a bunch that are warm and wound around this kind of like glowing light thing. And then they just have this trail of tentacles that they're sliding
Pentagelion.
Yeah. So that'd be...
And now they're being swarmed by your spiders. Yeah, just do your impact die twice.
Okay. And I think that's... Yeah, I'm still at a D6, so... It's not trusty, I don't believe, so...
Nope.
Not with that attitude.
That's good damage. That's good too, with the spiders like on them. That'll be interrupting their hard. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a harder time doing the channeling prepare thing. All right, and then Dan.
I mean, we all know what I'm doing. I'm stealing.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, like, I want to steal as much as I possibly can, to be completely honest. So, like how far away are these?
They're all like the one that you could get to without moving is this like library looking thing of books that are being sunk in.
Like, if I moved and stole and then teleported and stole again, could I do that?
If you used your movement to move a zone over, you'd be able to get towards one of the ones that has weapons. So you could move, teleport to it, teleport back.
Yeah, because I'm all in for stealing as much as is humanly possible. So, like,
Okay.
I'll move as far as I can, steal, teleport, and steal again.
Yeah, none of them are within like a movement, but
I'm willing to risk everything for stealing.
Yeah. You've got your 5 zone warp. So there's one like the book cache is 5 zones away, and then the weapon cache is 6 zones away. So if you move one zone, then warp to it, you can warp back. And you get a weapon.
I'm in for optimizing my theft here.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that you step through, you kind of break the line of these cultists. We're into the next zone over, and then you zoom over. There are other cultists that are kind of doing this channeling thing, and you're inside of this
bubble like
now.
yoink.
There's this bubble of things that are being sunk into the flesh. You see it kind of like going around, and you are surrounded by just tons of these crazy looking weapons.
Sorry, I need these.
I'll say, is there a particular weapon that might catch your ear? You see like a bow, you see a spear, you see a sword, you see a hammer.
Like, for me, probably a sword.
I have an idea of something that he might see.
Oh?
Maybe he sees a pitchfork.
Oh, no.
There's a pitchfork.
I mean, well, then it's got to be that.
It does.
I feel like that's become my quintessential weapon.
You see a magic pitchfork. It's got all sorts of craziness on it. It is just barely like you don't have to move your feet, but you're kind of like reaching over. You're able to get it. That's your other swift action. So you're able to blink back, and now you're a zone out of that. You've got a magic pitchfork. It is a D10 weapon.
Ooh. All right. I'm going to put that as my good. Is it one-handed or two-handed?
It is two-handed.
Okay. I'll have to pick between my weapons.
You don't have to like, if they're in your equipment slot, you can use it as you only have to use swift actions to like grab things that are not in your equipment slots or change between things in your inventory. But if it's
so I can put it as like my secondary.
Yeah. And I'm planning on changing the equipment slots to not be named. It's just to be like you have equipment slots, and if there's things in them, you just have like a limit of 4. It doesn't matter what they are. But yeah, so you do that. You pop back in. Say, does warp use an action? I don't think it does.
Doesn't.
Okay.
That's not.
So you are a zone away. So if you wanted to charge back in and hit someone with a pitchfork, you could do it as a charge, which would be DC 2 melee test. And that's you running with the pitchfork to hit somebody.
All right. Let's do it. I actually don't have any points in melee, not magically.
Oh.
Sounds about right.
Oh.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Just straight brawn and occult.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be great. Hey, look at that.
Yeah,
There's a success. Is there value in having more than one?
You succeed, as this pitchfork seems to have some extra power on it too.
Yay.
So you skewer one of these cultists. I'd say the one that's probably closest to you is one of these bigger ones that was kind of towards the back. High or low, Dan?
It's always got to be high because God knows I roll low. Damn it.
Oh, for
You hit the one that wasn't damaged. So
That's all right.
roll a d10.
I always try to think ambitiously.
Yep.
What you gotta do?
6 damage. Wow, you rolled the same thing on a d100 as you did
On a D10. Consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely you are.
Consistent. That's what we call it.
oh, reliable.
Oh, yeah. That loops around. Next round of combat. Initiative. Nice.
Let me. It's shift click.
Yeah, shift click is going in the middle.
I feel like that's gonna be beneficial for me this time.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I want to steal some books now too. Well, I gotta actually like put work in for that.
You would have to run a while. So, because for that.
Did not actually roll it for me?
Yeah, I don't know how you.
There we
Oh, yeah, you probably clicked the button. You roll initiative on the sheet, and then the button for the initiative tracker just grabs what you rolled.
Oh, okay.
So that's all it did. And then once everyone's in, then I hit this. You guys did really good on initiative this time.
Yay.
So Alex, John, and Chuck, you all get to go first. There are 2 undamaged, normal-looking cultists, 2 damaged, weird-looking, or 2 damaged, normal-looking cultists, and then the tall-looking cultists. Both of them have been damaged, and it looks like the dog is under some spell that Jake cast and is peeling off to try and attack one of those tall ones too.
I mean, I'm gonna run away from the dog because fuck that thing. And then once I run my maximum run, I'm going to turn around and shoot one of the damaged regular cultists.
Run, jump, turn, shoot, boom.
Exactly, you get it.
Okay, that's gonna move you so you're not in you're in like standard range now.
Yep.
And it's a swift action to move. And roll that with a 2 in your hex range.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna get some more water and beer.
How dare you?
Just put the water in with the beer.
That pirate
Saves
grog.
time.
I'm going to leverage my nimble ability.
Okay, yeah.
And re-roll that
You can do
motherfucker. Much better.
A lot better. Yep.
All right.
Cool. And you said you're shooting one of the damaged cultists?
Yeah, one of the damaged smaller ones as I run away.
Okay.
6 damage.
You do so. That breaks one of them.
Okay.
And with that, you see they fall apart and just become tentacles like writhing on the ground. They're not dead because they're still moving. And now they're just kind of like a worm thing moving the robes around.
That's unpleasant.
But they're more dead.
Okay, that's me.
All right. And then
I got do I need to roll to have the spiders keep attacking?
no, we'll say that you have to burn a swift action to maintain focus on it.
Okay.
But then you can do something else with your main action.
Okay.
If it's another spell that requires focus, then it will end this one.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and I think there's an advancement for that if you want to run like to it like that.
Mhm.
Okay. I think that might be something I pick up next. All right. So yeah, I'll spend my swift action to maintain focus on the swarm. And
Okay.
then for my main action, I am going to try to like use my let's see. Would it be the force cantrip to kind of like entangle something? Or what would that fall under?
Yeah, you could do it with force.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll use my force cantrip to like web up the other cultist, the other tall cultist.
Okay. Yeah, roll it. And then roll a d6 too for the damage on these spiders that are nibbling away at the one.
I'm gonna push it. Or okay. Now if I don't, well, we'll find out what happens. All right, I got it. Okay. Ow.
Okay.
I got
enough. Yeah.
All right.
That is enough to like they're kind of rooted as these webs appear and are all tangled in their tentacles and stuff. They're not able to move anymore.
All right. And then roll a d6 for the damage from the swarm.
Yep.
All right, 5.
That is. These had a little bit more health, but that is just enough on this one as it breaks. And you see kind of a similar thing where the tentacle bits of it fall apart. So they lose like their centered mass and the bones just fall apart that they were holding on to. And now it's just this mass of worms.
And then I just have one more question for you. What is the surrounding area made up of? Is it the flesh? Is it the red sand? What is it? Kind of combination?
Mostly, it's kind of a combination of both. So there's like there's flesh that's like dyed and hardened into this weird kind of like black chitinous material.
Okay.
And then there's dust all over the surface of everything from the wind that's been blowing and stuff. And then there is like still fresh flesh too.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yep. All lovely stuff.
Who's still standing? Was there still a smaller?
So there are 3 of the cultists. One of them has been damaged pretty bad. The other 2 have not been hit at all. One of those smaller cultists fell apart and they are worms. They're still like alive, but they seem to be in a lesser state.
Yeah.
One of the bigger cultists fell apart. The other bigger cultist is damaged, and the dog is running towards that one. So there are 3 of the smaller guys. One by you is the one that's damaged.
Oh yeah, let me go. I'm gonna punch that one.
Okay.
Nice.
That hits.
Nice.
So
I mean, you got no ones on there.
3d6.
You don't push it?
That's true. And you've got 2 empowered dice that weren't.
Nah. I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push it.
Guys already beat up anyhow.
And then
And then you get another d6 because you did 2 hits. You only needed 1.
Still take it.
Those 2 ones are enough to clear their. They have 2 armor.
Mm-hmm.
And that 11 is enough to wrap around. So you just obliterate this thing as it doesn't even reduce into the little tentacles. Like you finish it off before it can do that. And these tentacles just stop. And as these people unraveled into tentacles, the tentacles themselves unravel and kind of flatten out. And they like spaghettify a little bit and just start oozing.
Not a fan.
I'd say this checks out, but it really doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What are tentacles made of? But smaller tentacles still.
It's tentacles all the way down.
But what are the smaller tentacles made out of? But more tentacles.
I said, I
I
feel
think
like
that
I'm.
was all three of you guys that went.
Yeah, that was the first three. I feel like I'm Saitama right now, like fighting a roach monster.
There you
I'm
go.
Yeah.
completely
did you
flexed but upset.
Like you one punched it, but you're unhappy.
Yep.
I wanted
Okay.
a fight. Gosh darn it!
With this, you see
Don't worry,
that
I'm gonna steal.
the one cultist that fell apart. This is the swift actions now for the enemy. So the one that fell apart and is still like retained tentacle form, it's kind of like springing up and it looks like it's about to pounce on a nearby person, which it's got a few choices for that. So we'll roll randomly.
Got it.
The other two cultists start like charging up, and they're doing that prepare action where they're going to throw a spell off. And the other cultist that fell apart, it is like battling with these spiders that are inside of all of it. And the other cultist that's still up, that's webbed, like tries to move out of that, and it sees the dog running towards it, and it's spending its turn putting up like this force barrier in front of itself to try and defend against the dog.
Are the dogs good?
The dog is under the control of Jake for the time being.
I've commanded it to sick its former friends.
Be a good boy, you told it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Good. So, with that, phase 3, it is Jake and Dan. What are you guys doing?
Stealing.
Yeah. So you don't have warp again. And
I don't.
One of them is 5 zones
But I wish
away.
I did. If I could, I would. By God.
The most, if you're going to run to the one that's 5 zones away, the most you can move in one turn is 3 zones by doing moved with a swift action, and then you get 2 moves out of an athletics test.
So be it.
So make an athletics test.
It must be done.
Watch it all come up 6s.
It won't.
One's all you need.
One's good.
Yeah.
It does the job.
It's the most
Does the
important 6 that I have.
You're running. So you are 2 zones away now from the trove of all of
I
the
assume
little,
I'm just running with the pitchfork out.
Yeah, that's what I pictured too.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
Someone might
Maybe just-
accidentally be in the way. You never
All
know.
right.
Just
And then
It's just
Jake.
like Goku. Like I'm powering up.
Yeah, sure. That's exactly what's happening.
You're brick with a grenade and anchor, man. Just
In other words, your attack will land next week on Anvea.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
I mean, that's like half an hour from now, so maybe.
Yeah.
Am I able to
You're right.
take actions while
Is it?
still
No, it's not
maintaining my
next week,
compel over
Dan.
the dog?
You are. You have to burn one.
I said it's half
swift
an hour
action.
from now. That
Not
next
next
week
week.
is.
What?
Are any of them within
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Our episodes ends in 30 minutes and then it resumes in a week. I'm taking a convoluted connection here.
That's Dan math
Okay, so-
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30
far
minutes
away are
from
the
now is
guys-
next week, as far as this stream is concerned.
How far away are the
Was that
guys who are
Jake?
chanting?
So they're all within a zone of you. So you're able to move to all. You're like Quinlan had you as land right in the thick of the people doing stuff right next to the obelisk.
I want
No
to
one
put
in chat
myself
has corrected
within
me.
melee of the casters, and I
Okay.
will use my actual action to maintain control of the dog.
So you can maintain control with a swift action. There's a swift action called focus, and that maintains your concentration. So you still have your main action free to do other things.
Okay.
So you can do like a melee hit with one of your weapons or whatever you want to do. Pretty much the only thing you can't do is cast another spell that
Right.
like that lasts multiple turns and needs concentration. And
Well,
does
if
not
I'm-
land your other one.
If I can actually attack one of these guys, one of the casters, I mean. Okay. In that case, I will attack with a whip strike
Okay.
on melee. Text. Oh dear. I'll push it. Hey.
Good
That's
job.
one hit. Okay. Got it. And then there's one of these casters that they're all kind of like charging stuff up. So you're hitting one of the ones that was preparing some sort of spell, and it interrupts that.
Excellent.
Roll your damage.
Well, I got his attention.
Good job.
You did. Yeah. So even though the damage doesn't go through, you still interrupt his prayer. He has to spend effort to like not get hurt.
That's a lot of
Worse.
damage.
It's a lot of damage.
You still interrupt that.
Some Flex Seal on that.
Yeah.
Red
He's
Mage
gonna
sure has
cast
a lot of
Flexi.
blood in him. A lot less than he had before, though.
Then it moves to all the dudes. Okay, so there's the worms, and they are going to pounce on you, Chuck.
What?
All I want to say is I don't want to die, and you shouldn't kill me.
That's
Does that work?
yeah. Does it work?
Yeah. We'll see
Wait.
how that works.
Were you?
I mean,
guys
like I
using-
said,
Sound of a
I said
strategy,
it. I
is it?
said it first. So
No.
just want to say it now. I said it first.
Joe,
It's like the
did you
the
say you
nose
attacked me?
goes, like
Yes.
Yep. You take 5 damage as these worms, 5 physical damage as these worms like coil up and jump out of the robes and just try to wrap around you.
I've still got 1 physical left, thanks to my armor.
Nice.
My next turn ended, so can I get rid of my figment?
Yes. Yep. Yep. That only lasts for that. Jake, the one on you attacks, but they were interrupted, so they don't have as good of a hit. And they miss.
Oh, yeah.
And then another one attacks John. Got 1 success there. He's going to push it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. He's going to push. No successes. That's okay. You're going to take 7 damage there, John.
So I
as
had
he
one.
spikes up.
Let's see. My armor drops that down to a 6. I have 1 physical left currently.
Okay.
Owie, 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 owie.
Mm-hmm.
So that drops me down to what, -5? Or just
Yeah.
0?
So
Yeah.
it'll put you at 0, and it's not enough to loop around to -7.
Okay.
So,
Close,
so you just
though.
take 1. Yeah.
So I
So-
up my fatigue.
Up your fatigue by 1, and then click fatigue.
Stance break.
Next action against you has advantage. Okay.
Fair enough.
And then the other one is peeling off to go after Dan, but moving kind of slow.
I
At
wouldn't
least it is for
recommend it.
now.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if this one's able to defend against the dog
Oh no.
as it.
Does it not see that I have a pitchfork?
Right? It should know better.
It should know better.
Yeah.
Should have had more dice in it.
We need to get the pitchfork a longtime friend who just carries a torch.
The dog hits.
Who's that?
And the
I mean,
dog is the scary thing.
I can't argue with that.
Right?
Pitchfork has his hands occupied.
It's-
He doesn't have any room to carry
what
a
are also
torch.
some common villager, let's go kill the monster.
well, the
Items that could be
pitchfork and the torchbearer. The dynamic
That's right.
duo.
I mean, somebody's
There's
the
somebody with
dynamic
rotten
duo.
vegetables to throw.
Somebody has to carry the pitchfork, and someone has to carry the torch.
I mean, it's no worse than
Somebody with rotten vegetables. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're-
cabbage,
That-
tomatoes.
That's what the invisible companion is.
Well, I was thinking in the DCC campaign, Night Below, you guys have human beer carrier number 2.
But he's got an important job to do.
The
Jake, you
torchbearer.
watch as this dog jumps
Halftime beer.
through. This one taller cultist put up these like this little bit of a force field. You see it start to materialize, and the dog's teeth just rip through it as it does 20 damage to this thing.
Jesus
Bounces
Christ!
onto it, starts shredding it apart. It's all of its tentacles on its face stab into it as extra actions, and it just rips it apart. It has the skull in its mouth, and it bites down and just explodes and splinters and bone.
Good
Can we
boy.
keep this dog?
I'm down.
But
it's gonna
you
eat
do
a lot.
notice that the little light in its eyes is starting to fade as your spell is about
It's
to end.
dying.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's going back
I'm
to
with
being
you.
a bad boy.
You'll need to do another test to.
He's gonna pee on the
resume
floor.
Gotta tell him, go outside.
Dick.
it. All right.
We're gonna have to find which
Loops
tentacle
around.
that is and tie a knot in it.
Initiative again?
We're gonna have to put it
initiative
down in
again.
the pee to let him know he's a bad boy.
Son of a bean.
God damn.
Oh, dang.
Oh my god.
I'm
We
gonna
all
take a
failed
chance
this
here.
time.
Oh, nice.
But
Oh,
You got
it's
a
just
4.
standard still. God darn it!
Yeah.
even your
Save us,
success
Dad.
is second place.
It's
Even my
just for you.
success is not good enough.
I'll change it gray just so it doesn't feel bad next time.
I was really excited
That's so
about that
good.
until I realized it wasn't good still.
I mean, it's better than everybody else.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
Oh no. But is it good enough
Uh,
to steal?
with you guys all going
Find
late
out.
too, this dog is going to get to act on you guys.
Oh,
Hey.
It's not gonna get
That's
to
what I'm
act on
afraid of.
me. It's gonna get to act on the rest of the party.
Yeah.
I'm stealing.
I should have just taken the 4.
And you see one of the tall ones that fell apart is like springing up and coiling, and it shoots and it's just flying along the ground now out towards you. It hasn't made it to you yet.
What
Looks
if I
like it
told
will
him
get to you?
no?
The other one that jumped at you, Chuck, is going to continue trying to like swarm on you.
No.
And then the other
He gets
two cultists
Yeah.
Checks
are
over
going
here
to start
for me.
they're going to start doing their thing again. And Jake, yeah, you see this dog charging towards you.
Crap.
Dan, it's your
It
turn.
remembers.
Steal. I cast steal.
Okay. You
I
are
don't
2
have a-
zones away.
I don't have a spell for that.
So you're 2 zones away. You move up with 1 zone, and you move up with your second zone, and there's a wall of force around this that's shifting down into the sand. With other
I
things.
assume a pitchfork is really good at getting books out of that.
Dislodging
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can make a
Utilitarian.
melee test. It's going to be DC 2 to try and break through that.
I'm doing it with the pitchfork. I know this
You got
puts me
this.
at a disadvantage,
Do it.
technically
Do
speaking, but like, who
You,
cares?
Oh,
Oh no!
Push that roll, Dan.
Oh,
Hey!
You did.
I hold on one second. I rolled for my cheat fate a 2 and a 3, so I'm gonna replace 2 of my hexes with a 2 and a 3. So I'm only
Okay.
gonna take 1.
Yeah, 1 physical damage. Okay. Great. Yeah, you stab this.
I
pitchfork
assume I'm just
into
like
this force barrier,
fishing out the books.
and it. Well, this is you getting through the barrier of force because they're like surrounding this force field thing to get it through the flesh. So you broke through the force field, and that's what this attack was. So now you've like
Okay.
splintered it enough that you're able to move in, and like you've got 1 swift action left to grab something.
Okay.
So you grab some books.
Obviously, yes.
All right. They look very familiar. A lot like the books that the Inquisitors were going after.
I'm sure this is valuable.
How is it not?
Probably.
One of these days,
All
we're going to
right.
teach you how to read.
I
Books are
mean,
the
that's what
secret.
I hope. But like, this
Look at
is the
that.
letter A. I'll be like,
A for
Oh shit!
oh shit.
Jake, this dog's mad.
What?
Mm-hmm. Who's he going after?
He's going after me.
Oh,
God.
holy crap!
Well,
no.
it was nice knowing everybody.
Maybe
Yeah,
I should have
goodbye.
saved my cheat fates for this instead. I apologize.
Oh,
As you take
What?
35 damage.
How?
Well,
I'm sorry,
He got
Jake.
4 successes. He does a D10, and then his other 2 swift actions let him do pierces with his tentacles. And they're a D8 each.
I apologize, Jake. I
That's-
should have saved those for
1,
you.
2.
That's character death, isn't it?
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's outright character death.
yeah. That's gonna
how
definitely.
many? It loops a few times, but you can go all the way up to a lot.
How many oopsie whoopsies did you take there?
I had 2 oopsie whoopsies to go for out of 7. So 1, 2.
you did
Okay.
5 times your life.
Then
I
33
mean, that's like
minus 7.
What health
four
are you at?
times at least.
I was at 2.
You're at 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
But
any
that'd be
armor?
four.
Uh,
That'd be 4 times at least, and not
21,
5.
23.
So yeah, it loops through your health 4 times.
Okay, yeah.
So you go up to 5 fatigue
Oh baby.
and roll it.
Yay!
I can't wait to see what this is going to be. Infection. Of course it's infection.
You got a picture. You drag that. That's
I
pretty good.
mean,
It doesn't seem terrible.
considering, honestly, that's kind of
survivable. Yeah.
That's
How are
kind
you
of
not
forgiving.
dead? How much more does he need to get to die?
Like, I feel like that's a fair question because, like,
Yeah.
and basically any system, this is death.
So if he took another hit like that, he would hit the cap of fatigue pretty much because you can hit 10 fatigue and then you die, or you
Okay.
hit 2 critical conditions and you die.
Oh,
But
so
most
we
critical
have
conditions
infinite
take you out of the
health.
fight.
Effectively infinite health capped by conditions or
Yeah.
fatigue.
So
Sure,
yeah, if you hit 10 fatigue, dead outright. If you get a critical condition that pretty much knocks you out, like pretty much every critical condition knocks you out of the fight, and then if you're continued to attack, then you die. Or if you get a second critical,
like you've got basically like a 10x health by fatigue.
And you only get the physical one of that there, Jake.
Don't tell him what to do. He can take as many as he wants.
Oh, I only take the physical. Okay. Well,
yeah, it tells you for each type, like based on
Gotcha.
what you were taking. Yeah.
Phew. All right. Well, I can
a lot of physical damage.
I can visit the torturer, but this time I know he can put me under. So that's good.
Yeah. Yep. All right. The other cultists go off. They're going to attack John and
They get
Dan
advantage against
and
me.
Chuck. So the last one, yeah, they get advantage on you. Dog got Jake. Okay. Tentacles attack you, Chuck.
Yes.
Oh,
I dodged them.
100%.
Almost.
You take 4 physical damage.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Not too bad. I might make a rule where if you take 4 times your health, then you just die. I haven't had that happen before.
Fair.
We'll see. Then one is attacking John. I got it.
With advantage.
Yep. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And this one's darting at you. Actually,
No thanks.
I forgot, Dan. There's also those other 3 cultists that are doing that ritual over there.
It's fine. I said no.
Because the first time you got out of there, but you're
I did.
not out of there this time.
I said no though. It's fine.
They start singing their ancient curse. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
Oh no. They got more than a feeling.
And you're gonna take.
God damn it! What Chris is that?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's not Chris Pine.
The kind that stops dinosaurs with his hands.
Yeah.
That's
That
Chris
one.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Oh,
if you keep
Jesus
that song up,
Christ.
you'll summon Chris Pratt.
Oh no.
And you take 30
You get right in your face and
as
go.
all of the cultists have one
Gang
target.
pile on you.
Which kind of damage?
Physical.
It's a.
Oh, good. That's totally fine. I've got that much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got like 40 physical HP.
That
Nice.
sounds
Okay,
like a
That's good.
lie.
It's like.
So Joe, I took 9, and I was at 0.
So
Yep.
I have a maximum of 8.
So you
And I
take
have
2
7.
fatigue from that. Oh, okay. John, you take 2 fatigue from that, and then hit your thing because it goes -7 and then passes that. So
I'll go to 23. I guess I'll take. Is it 2?
what's your
My max
maximum?
is 8.
Max is 8. Yeah, it's
I'll
just
reduce
barely
it.
2, I think.
It's just 2, and I'll have 1 left over.
Well, it stays at 0, and then it starts looping through your health negatively.
Yeah. By 8, I wouldn't go all the way.
Oh yeah.
A third time.
You're 1 away from a third loop through your health. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, but you're at 0.
So 2 fatigue.
Yep, and hit your fatigue roll.
I'm gonna get fucked.
It's a Saturday morning supervillain dog
I also
pile.
get an infection.
You get an infection as well.
Okay.
Very unsanitary, these cultists, and their
Yeah.
dog too.
They're just so dirty.
They were saying their morning incantations before breakfast, and one of them stabbed you with a fork.
Yeah.
Just a little salmonella.
Ooh, fish.
Alex, this one on you does 6 physical damage.
That would drop me under my 1. Bam. So is that 1 fatigue?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 1 fatigue. Up
I
by
forgot I
1
have
and
armor.
it applies to the initial hit, and it doesn't apply when it loops.
It doesn't change anything.
Do I just click the fatigue button?
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah. Blunder, you lose your next swift action. So you have 1 swift action on your next turn. Okay. Loops through. 3rd round.
Wait, we all failed. Don't we get to go now?
Yeah, Joe, don't skip us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
was so
Don't skip
confused for
the
a second.
failures.
Look,
We're
you
doing
had-
bad
You don't
enough
get to go.
as it
I'm
is,
beating the shit
Joe.
out of-
You all get to go.
Come on now, Joe. This game is rigged.
So
Yeah.
I got an idea, and I don't
Okay.
know. We'll see
I'm
how
on
it
board.
works. All right, I want to do the thing that I did to the cloak, but I want to affect like as many tentacles as possible, and I want to make them into spiders
Okay.
that I can
On-
like just like
What are
in
you trying to
general
target?
have them like attack,
Okay.
kind of like what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like I can control the swarm and I can target it, kind of thing. But I'm just kind of trying to make more of them, maybe bigger. We'll see. That
Okay.
work?
Yeah, I could say if you target any like the dead piles of
Okay.
meat, target one of those.
Or actually, was
Turn
the
into
one?
spiders?
Did the one that I had going, was that one dead?
It is now.
It is now. Okay. Actually, then in that case, I will change that. This is a little bit different, and maybe it won't work. We'll see. So what I want to do is create a giant spider, like about the same size as the doggo, but out of the sand and the flesh and whatnot. Just try to like pull it together into a spider, like a meat sand spider.
Ooh, meat sand spiders. Also, lollygaggers. Thanks for showing up.
just
Joe's
meat
trying
sand
to kill
spiders.
us.
I am.
He's
in a vision.
doing a great job.
It's not real though. It's like time travel. You can do whatever you want.
Definitely not real.
Yeah, I'd
gonna push that.
Yeah. Okay.
Two.
I was gonna say 2 successes lets you do it. It'll be a little like sluggish to act at first, but it's going.
Okay, I made creepy meat sand spider, and also take another. Take ego hit.
Ooh,
spice.
Actually,
you do not. Or do I take corruption?
No. There's your second condition you take in this fight, John.
Yes.
Your like apparition of you just turns to smoke, and you're out of
my
vision.
spider.
Your spider's still there.
Oh,
okay. Just,
oh no.
Also, you can control that, but your apparition of you and your second condition rips you out.
You've been vanquished.
I've taken 2 conditions. Did I get ripped out?
Have you taken 2 lingering? No,
they're immediate.
Okay, yeah.
Look, John's even getting his coat on. He's leaving.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Chilly. I had to turn off my heater.
He's checking out.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, John, you're back sitting home. In the room,
going to bed,
and see everyone else like still in the dream. You do still feel very much in pain, though.
Till tomorrow.
Who's still staying?
So of the bad guys, there are 2 of the normal cultists that are up, and the dog. And then there is a 1 bundle of worms.
1 bundle.
There's 3 cultists by me.
Oh yeah, and then by Dan, there's.
We're not worried about those. That's a Dan.
I'm gonna try to compel the dog to act.
Okay.
With another compel cantrip.
2.
Dan's just being smothered right now, yelling for help. We're like, yeah, you got it.
I stole stuff.
I will push the roll of 3 dice, and
I'm a stealer.
You can always burn an attribute.
Yep.
He's a stealer.
I will burn.
You have to burn your casting attribute or the attribute that you're using for the test.
Okay. I'll burn charisma to get an extra success. And
dog is charging.
I will point to a car and command the dog fetch.
Okay. It will do so on its turn.
That said, that does damage my fortune down below its threshold, so...
Okay.
Oh, snap. Ashley, thanks for that sub.
Oh my gosh. 41 months.
That's longer than
dream,
Joe's
Jake.
been alive.
Boy.
Yeah, I think that's a fact.
Jake, you popped out. You were sitting in the room with John.
I'm terrified because my lingering now is menace. A random animal or creature is obsessed with following you and making noises at inopportune times.
I gotta start a fight with somebody.
Considering my recent luck with animals, this is horrible.
I really like all of the fortune ones. They're fun. Okay, I'll say the dog is out for a little bit.
Let me punch
Alex,
the weakest looking cultist.
Okay. There's like the pile of worms ones that look like they're basically a hit away.
Are there any children cultists?
But the other two normal cultists, both of them have not been hurt.
I'm just gonna go for one of them.
Okay.
Right, and then got one success. but I can only do 2.
Yeah, so yeah, and then you lost one of your swift actions, so you can't do the D4. But you can still do the D6 one. Yep. Perfect. 7 damage. Bam.
Get some damage in now.
Yep.
Before they
and
damage
then,
me.
Chuck, have you acted this round?
I have not.
I don't believe so.
I think it's just you.
All right.
There's the worms on you. There's a damaged cultist, and then there's another undamaged cultist. And the dog is running off to fetch.
All right. Which is the close? Well, the worms are on me, so they're the closest. They're the ones I'm going to shoot.
Yep.
I am not going to move, or so I'm going to burn both of my quick actions.
Okay.
To give myself a bonus there, to negate
2 advantage.
my mistake.
Okay. Yeah.
So that just leaves me with 1 advantage on it.
Yep.
And my hex range is back to normal.
Yep.
So that is a +1, and it's still not urban or common.
It is not.
That's 2 successes. I'm good with that. Not going to push it.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll your
And
damage.
Roll some bean footage.
Yeah.
It's 2 dice of the D8 variety that are trusty. Just 9.
That is enough. You skewer through a whole bunch of these tentacles, and they unravel and do the same sort of nasty thing as they fall apart. Is that one dead as well? Okay. As that round ends, feel the whole ground start to shake and shift. You see pockets just start opening up, or sand and things are spilling into them all around you guys. Next round of initiative.
Steal it again.
I'll just take standard.
Same.
Yep. Shift click. A success there.
Wait.
Alex.
Yeah. Initiates. Fucking Christ.
Okay. Oh well, I guess John and Jake are out. So
yeah, I'll just lay in my chair going.
Yeah, your wounds and everything still feel very real. Let me pull you guys out so I'm not confused. Okay. There we go. So, Alex, you get to go first.
Yeah. I just punched the dude again.
Yeah. Yep. It's right next to you.
It's gonna be my specialty right
up
there.
Oh, nice. 2 successes.
That is what I needed.
That'll be 3d6 and d4. That is enough to drop it and loop through. So it just pops into the tentacles on the ground that writhe and die.
I'm doing the Bruce Lee thing where I'm looking at my fists and it almost looks like I'm crying, but I'm not.
Okay. With that, there's one cultist up. You see they put their hands together, and then they kind of do this like T-pose sort of thing, and they fall apart into tentacles and start
not the T-pose
riding into the ground. You see underneath where they were sitting,
T-pose
there
are
are sigils that start lighting up, and they shoot towards the center of this obelisk.
At the end of my T-pose, I'm flipping them off, though. That's important. You can't see it, but it's happening.
But you can feel it.
You could feel it.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Then there's another tentacle. Oh yeah, then this one's a spider.
Yes.
Tell him to stop.
Is it on our side?
Yes.
Joe?
It is confused. It is not. Doesn't have any commands. It got created, and then it's just kind of there.
I gave you a purpose, damn it.
Pledge your allegiance to us.
Kill the big thing.
There's that. That one teleports away. That one's a spider. Dog is running at Dan. And it has a lot of movement. So it's
I don't want it
hasn't been able to attack.
I don't want it to do anything to me.
Okay.
Trust that.
Middle of the round. Dan, there's a dog that is right on top of you. There are a bunch of cultists that are around you that are also getting ready to shoot more spells at you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
And you're all by yourself.
I am. Can I steal anything else?
There's more books.
I could defend myself.
Or I could steal.
If my life
mean,
is on
like-
the line, I need to steal one more thing.
It's a dream, right?
I'm gonna
So,
go.
like,
I'm gonna go doing what I love.
So apparently, Dan's character actually secretly wants to be a thief in the real world of the game. But he's like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm just a warrior monk.
I want to steal.
You just
There's tons of books. You collect more books.
you just
And
need to
then
go
I
talk to
bravely.
Withers. Is that his name?
Bravely.
Joe, what's his name?
Withers.
Yeah, you just need to go
Withers?
talk to
Yeah.
Withers.
I'm gonna steal a lot of books. And
You
I'm
guys
gonna
need to talk to Withers.
and then I'm gonna bravely run away.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal as
Opportunity
many books
attacks.
as I can. No. I said bravely. I said bravely run away. There's no opportunity attacks on brave running away.
What I really like is that you spent your warp ability on getting the pitchfork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
not
like
so much in
that's
the books.
fair.
But then
Yeah,
the
like, that's
pitchfork
fair.
helped in stealing more books.
It did.
So,
That is
Yeah.
true.
Did.
so who's the fool now?
It's
I rolled that with
Grab a handful of
Not-
more books and you run one zone away.
fifth dimensional
I-
chess champion there. Right?
Yeah,
I could have
Yeah.
had 3 more die if I didn't use the pitchfork. But I feel like
Right?
that's not correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing that Jeremy thing. Give me fewer dice. I do better.
Yeah,
I do better. Is this
Joe.
me getting fucked,
Joe.
Joe?
Joe,
Is that what this is?
stop it.
Joe, if you could roll one
Get
more
some
time and
help.
get 3 6s again, that'd be super thing.
What if
This
I
is the dog.
said I don't like this?
Okay.
Because I think I'm about to take like
2,
80
3,
points of damage.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Did this to yourself,
Okay.
Joe. You had to build a macro for that. Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of successes there, and I don't like it.
Joe.
he's trying to loot while he's surrounded by people that are just beating the fuck out of him.
I know you do the same thing.
It was great. It was great. You get pounced on by the dog. It doesn't have its swift actions, luckily, to pierce you for more damage for free. So that's good at least. And then as you're pounced on and it bites into you, all the other cultists are just shooting you with these spikes of sand and weird flesh material. So 48. You were at
0.
He's already at 0.
Yeah. you were-
Oh my god!
That's only 6 fatigue.
yeah.
Oh, you got 4 to spare. Steal another book.
It's only
You are at, so you're at
Only
8
6.
now.
Now's not the time to surrender.
The time to steal.
It's hard to steal.
Yeah. So you're at 8 fatigue. Hit that fatigue roll for me.
I don't
See what
want
you get.
to.
You can
I gotta see
fucking
this.
Christ.
Wow.
Are you
Wow.
Immediate
kidding me?
condition.
Oh my god.
I can't use my context. Oh no!
That's actually probably really bad because you stay in the attack you. Oh no. Okay.
It wasn't really that bad.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Well, no, I think that is worse because
Oh,
this damage
pushing
is
him closer
happening to you, and you not taking another condition kept you in the dream.
I
Oh,
mean,
God.
it did.
So, those of you outside of the dream, we'll see how this goes in a second. You might have to forcefully rip him out.
Are we just watching him get Freddy Kruegered right in front of us?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What if I told you guys that I'm gonna steal
Chuck.
again?
Chuck, it's your
Okay.
That's perfect Dan luck, right? Like, it should be impossible to have gotten
This fucked.
a result, but it's really bad in this case for to have gotten that.
Yeah. So the tentacles are dead. What else is around me?
There are you hear Dan screaming in the distance. Getting,
Still
Wow.
doing good.
He must be stealing a lot if his back is hurting that bad.
there are tentacles that are like trying to make their way underground, and that's pretty much the only target. But if you're looking around for other stuff, you turn and you see that Quinlan is behind you guys going towards the obelisk, and she has this jar, like one of the explosives out in her hand. It looks like she's trying to charge and prime it on the obelisk.
Okay, I am ready to check out of this video game, so I'm going to shoot the orb.
Are you gonna control Z me out of this?
Yeah, like I'm ready to go home, so
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the ultimate reset button here.
You're gonna hit the game
Roll
over
that.
button.
That's gonna be interesting.
We're good guys, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, you got to think so.
Like I said,
That's
we're
only-
totally not responsible for this.
I can tell by Joe's face that we're doing the right thing.
It's 2 successes, Joe.
Yeah. That's good.
I can tell by Joe's face we're doing the right thing.
That's just probably the thing that could have made her the most upset.
This isn't real. None of it
Or
counts.
once again-
The points are made up.
We're once again ruining.
Well,
Except for the
damage.
hit points. The hit points seem to be quite real.
Yeah.
Once again ruining Joe's game's
Oh,
reality.
It's fine though. It's
Like we do
great.
every campaign. We're like,
we
this
do.
is-
We do.
We do. No, I don't think you know how bad
Oh,
we've ruined the
I've heard
reality
some
of Joe's
stories.
campaign.
Oh yeah.
We blow up cities and destroy civilizations constantly.
You do. Okay.
And we're the
That
good
We're
works.
guys.
terrible people.
I don't know. We thought we were doing the right thing.
We didn't care
A lot
that we were doing
happens
the
all
wrong
at
thing.
Okay. I will let what order should this happen?
Like, how fucked is my character?
It's fine.
That's
I'm
what I'm
getting
trying to
us
determine.
out.
Okay. Chuck,
Yes.
you fire this arrow.
Like, am I gonna
Quinlan's
die
got
because
it.
of this?
You have one chance of the people that are outside to rip you out of, like, they have to wake you up. And if they don't,
Who's all outside?
I'm literally gonna
John,
die in the
Jake and
game
I-
and die in real life.
yeah, John and Jake have to wake him up.
I'm gonna get Sword Art Online.
Yeah, might. So, Chuck,
Yes.
you see these tentacles. The last thing's doing this ritual. They've lit a sigil underneath them. They're going into the ground. And you turn away from that and shoot the orb in Quinlan's hand.
Yes.
She's charging, and this obelisk in the center is lighting up again. And as it lights up, it's like translucent. You see a person in this kind of like ascendant pose that's kind of visible just barely inside of it. And as your arrow goes through the glass and passes out the other side, it's like almost in slow motion as she horrified turns around and looks at you and gives you the most piercing stare and hateful eyes you've ever seen in
Give
your
her a
life.
thumbs up.
Wait, did we just pick sides?
No, this is totally Kobayashi Maru. Like, I have found the way to get out of it and win.
You need an apple in order to say that.
The orb
Chuck.
explodes.
Did we just revive
tennis ball? Oh, my dog is torn that
I just
up.
want to say, did we just revive your Pathfinder character?
Who?
What?
The Doom Slayer that your archer was?
Sotiel.
No, but he is here.
Oh, no.
Quinlan is one of his children.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I should have recognized the armbands.
We're going to die. It's going to be vengeance. We're all going to die.
Now we're screwed.
But yeah, it goes through. Your arrow primes the charge that's inside of this orb. As she's giving you these dagger, hateful eyes, the orb explodes in her hand. It sends shrapnel going into this obelisk. It starts eating through the obelisk, and it just peppers her all over with these metal charged iron fragments. Burns her, scars her. She goes falling back.
We made mistakes.
I don't think we
The
did.
ground shifts.
You don't want to fuck with Sotiel.
The sky now has stars, where before it was just black.
I told you.
You see mountains off in the distance and cities that look, it's nighttime.
That's a perfect GIF there.
You feel wind, and the cities start to sink, the mountains start to sink into the flesh that has just teleported into the surface to the east of all of you.
We did it bad.
This
is
on her.
Yeah.
She created the time loop.
Why are we so bad in your campaign?
Jake and John, you see the other people about to wake up, and you see Dan's character violently convulsing, frothing at the mouth.
I'm gonna run over and just start slapping him awake.
His arms just locked like this around all his bones.
The two of you make men tests, and I need 2 successes between the two of you.
Oh my god.
You got this.
I'd like to say I believe in you, but I don't deserve it.
Is there a context on this, Joe?
Urban or common?
Occult or society?
Society.
Yeah.
A car lived in a society.
I got a success from.
There's only one success.
Oh boy.
Someone's got to push.
Okay.
Ah!
Dan, the dog is just about to behead you with its mouth on your neck as you're pulled back into reality.
Just barely.
Yeah.
I assume
Your
one
eyes
of you is
fly
like
open.
punching me in the crotch, and the other one is
still
slapping me in the face.
Frothing a bit. Yeah, as you're being violently shaken.
He's got the negative chord. I've got the positive chord, and we're just zapping you.
Vision ends for all of you. You're all sitting in your chairs. Still feel just as hurt as you did from the vision. And Quinlan's sitting there. And you see her kind of like wincing in pain a little bit, but she hasn't moved. She opens her eyes. Just puts her head down. I don't know if this is going to work out.
Are we that good?
Wait, what happened?
And that's where we're going to end.
That's a perfect point.
Are we that good?
Next time.
We'll find out next
time.
time.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
how upset you made Quinlan.
Once
I was gonna write
again,
down in my notes. We fucked up everything.
doesn't count. Wasn't real. Second thing, if it was real, that's on her. She's just like, let me show you and read your future and shit.
Oh yeah.
And then like,
how many magical pick fortune books do I have?
None.
No.
Oh my god.
You have them as mental constructs.
Boo.
You have two that are wrapped in a spider web in John's bag.
Yeah.
I gotta delete them off my character sheet.
How sad.
Oh.
The real victims of this session. Speaking of sessions, how are our XP questions looking right now?
Not
mine
good.
are amazing.
Let's go down to experience. Okay. Did you all participate in the session? Yes, everyone did.
No.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Did you make progress on the story or objective?
Debatable.
Yeah.
Story, yes. Objective. Well, it depends on
It's an or, not an and. Yes.
Well, I am just a little curious. I mean, effectively, Rudiger did the same thing that she appeared to be trying to do just earlier than she was planning.
Yeah.
That's all.
I succeeded.
She
wakes up, this isn't going to work out
take harm
I'm better than you.
from push.
Yes.
Probably everyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you gain or remove any conditions?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
Everybody? Did anyone perform any extraordinary feats?
I stole a lot of stuff.
Chuck raised hell into the earth.
I did 2 special things today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got us Ivan Ooze, and I Kobayashi'd the shit out of that Maru.
I stole a lot of imaginary stuff.
You
did.
I just think Dan ought to count just for everything this session.
Yeah.
Dan getting dogpiled by literally dogpiled. I'll say that counts.
I stood up to
soldiers.
it. I stood up to it.
Yeah. And
all in the name of stealing.
Yep. Chuck, I'll give it to you for what you did to Quinlan. And then we didn't have downtime for training. So everyone should have had 4 or 5.
I had 5. I'm up to 9 XP now.
I'm up to 7, which means I can buy warp again here soon.
Does it stack?
You can't buy it again.
No, but he needs to put some points into navigation cantrip.
Apparently so.
Yes, yeah.
If I knew that was a thing, I would have put all my points into that.
Yeah,
because I love warp.
With warp, you can do it better.
I would spend literally 100% of my XP on warp.
But all right. That's what we're going to wrap tonight as you guys are removed from Quinlan's vision.
We did
trying to establish the stakes and the history of what's at play.
And probably quite quickly will be removed from her presence as well.
Oh, by the way, we have somebody who wants to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly.
We showed our expertise. Steal the things.
Yep. All right.
We made good choices.
What else are we doing, Chuck?
Oh my god.
So I mean, Sunday we've got a double header, but we're recording it and it'll show up on YouTube later. We'll do Wednesday Dungeon Crawl Classics, 2nd edition D&D campaign, Night Below. Yeah, that's what I'll say, and then other people can say things.
You want me to say things?
Go for
Sure. Yeah, John.
Sure. Yeah. Tuesdays and Thursdays on the Defenders of Cobalt YouTube channel. Like Chuck said, we're recording, and that's getting closer to the end for our Pathfinder Age of Ashes adventure path. Oops, all goblins. Check it out.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, and then next Friday we'll be back here to see the consequence of your actions and how everything is going. Great. It'll be great.
Next week is possibly our last Weird Frontiers. Is it next week?
I don't. I think it's going to go on for a little while longer.
Or is it tomorrow?
No, it's not tomorrow.
It's not tomorrow.
Next
it's
week.
Next Saturday.
Yeah.
Could be
potentially.
Last,
could be.
Yeah,
very iffy.
Not.
I don't want Chance to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that.
It's going to be a hot mess.
It'll be interesting either way. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. It was a lot of fun. Went sort of how I expected, and not in other ways, but
in exciting new ways.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. Alrighty, we'll head out. Everyone have a good night.
Goodbye.